Report.
Situation critical. Nuclear detonations destroy decks 1 to 7. Command bridge integrity minimal. Casualties reported as high.
Return fire immediately.
Captain, launchers are still cycling. Suggest immediate evacuation to rest the fleet. Enemy missiles will likely impact again in the next 10 minutes.
Fuck. This is the UES Spain. We are abandoning ship. I repeat, abandoning ship. Prepare to receive wounded. Life pods will be launching within the next 2 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the next episode of Aurora for X-Human Diaspora. We're here in the year 2072 and we are preparing for our revenge against Herschel 5173 and the aliens located in there for the destruction of the fleets that arrived not too long ago, about a decade back at this point. We're currently preparing, and we are waiting for new ships to be built and ordnance to be constructed. But before we do that, I want to go over a few things. First off is I designed our fleet carrier. and our fleet carrier is going to be 6,000 tons, as said. It's going to have 32 Tigerfish strike fighters, 16 Barracuda space superiority fighters, and 4 boarding crafts. Most notably, this is why I outfit our cruisers with hangar decks, and we'll get to that in a second. But no, our fleet carrier is going to carry the ordnance, hangar capacity, and defensive capability to act as a mobile base for our strike fighters. These fighters will then be able to unload 128 missiles into nearby targets, as well as space superiority fighters, which will be able to provide point defense duty and clean up operations, with the boarding craft being able to board enemy vessels that do come across. Now, what I was talking about earlier is that our cruisers have, well, hangar deck space. Because they have hangar deck space, they can load onto them a A30 boarding craft. An A30 boarding craft is a small, not very capable, design derivative of the EW30, and it is capable of moving a marine security platoon to board an enemy ship. With enough cruisers, 6 of these ships should be able to board and operationally take over a enemy vessel. We know that they are more advanced than us, and I want to seize their vessels if possible and make use of them for ourselves. However, this is going to be difficult as they likely have better tech on board, but if we board with enough troops, we should be able to at least take over a couple ships. So, what is our progress on doing that? Well, we're currently waiting for the UES Moldova and UES Poland to be completed. They'll be completed on the 25th of February 2074. It's actually 2074 this year. 2070. Yeah, just turned 2074. And then we're also working on the Greatsword, Gunto, Nando, and Piando, which will be completed shortly. Now, currently speaking, the Orion has a total of ships in class. We have 12 of the ships in service at the moment, which is not the best. We need more of those ships in service if I'm going to feel comfortable in engaging enemy forces. However, realistically speaking, we're going to be waiting probably until 2076 before that's possible. I have begun research into our fleet carrier stuff, but we're not going to have that ready for a while. But we are going to make efforts towards that, and I may decide to trigger an invasion quicker than I otherwise would. I'm going to be shipping terraforming installations to New Earth. The reason for this is not that, well, New Earth is not habitable. In fact, it's completely habitable. Though it kind of will fluctuate, because I believe its max temperature will get down to minus 15 degrees, so we're going to have to warm the planet up a little bit. Obviously, there's some effect being caused by, we still have the radiation on the planet, which is causing some growth effect. However, I'm doing it because what we need to do is we need to reduce the hydrographic extent of the planet, because the hydrographic extent of the planet is limiting population numbers to 34.6 million. Now, in terms of if the planet is tidally locked or not, let me just check. So if we go to 99 SETI, the planet is not, oh, it is tidally locked. So it is going to have quite a reduced amount of people that can actually live on the world. However, relatively speaking, it's not too bad. So that's going to be kind of a priority, so we're going to be moving those over. So we just completed construction of the Poland and the Moldova. So that is our Spanish class cruisers done for now. Again, we still need more ordnance to be produced, and that is something that I'm going to be trying to focus on, at least in the short term, because we have way too much ships that need missiles and not enough production actually occurring. We have 284 ordnance factories, but they're not producing enough missiles for our needs. So we're kind of waiting on that. But we're working it out. We're working it out. Now, how is Empire mining going? We have Neutronium coming in. Ocasium still rough. Martian terraforming. Let's have a look. Oxygen levels are at 0.0279. Once the oxygen levels are at 0.1, we will then have only one colony cost, which will massively help. But again, we're still waiting about 4 years for that. UES Aegis Fate, UES Port Stanley was constructed in the CMA shipyard. Through the construction of the boarding crafts that we will need. And again, our Marines are not really up to doing like full engaged boarding, but they are capable, of course, of capturing damaged ships, which will be hopefully what we'll be able to do. Again, we're going to be at a significant technological disadvantage here. And I want to bring as many missiles as I can get my hands on. UES Greatsword, Gunto, Nando, and Piando have been constructed. We're going to build immediately another 4 of them. UES Leto, Dao, Katana, and Ikuchi. Okay, we've constructed a force reserve, so hopefully that should mean that we should start getting some replacements into our divisions, because of course we will need to bring troop transports for the invasion purpose. Use these for replacements, please. And get those replacing any losses that we suffered, of course. New survey vessels constructed, that's the Loch Ness and the Nile. We're going to build 2 more of those immediately, and we're going to get them off and sent to begin survey operations. So we're going to go ahead and grab those. Those are going to be in the CMA shipyard. So that will be the UES Loch Ness and the UES Nile. And you should have your ordnance, but you don't have your ordnance for some reason, probably because I did not assign it correctly. So survey cruiser, the Aegean class. Let me go over here. No, you've got your Mark 1 sensor probe sorted out. Do we actually have any Mark 1 sensor probes? We do not have any in stockpile. That's probably why. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to reduce this for now, and I'm going to also order another 500 of them. And then we're going to build, ordnance-wise, we're going to build 300 sensor probes, which should be very, very quick to build because these are very basic. We can build a lot of sensor probes because they're very low cost. Alright, so I've dispatched the Loch Ness and the Nile to begin survey operations in the galaxy. So we'll be restarting those operations and hopefully finding some more systems and more expansion routes for ourselves. UES Cascadia just completed construction. We're going to halt our Aegis Fate production for now. As I do want to get ordnance for other purposes. We might need to use older missiles here, which could be something we're going to have to do. I am trying to build as many of these as I can, but it is not, the production rates are not going great. I mean, the industry's doing well, but yeah, the actual ordnance production rate is, it's kind of an issue, even though, and it's taken a lot of Gallicite, of course, as well. Shipbuilding rate completed, which is awesome news because that is hopefully going to speed up construction efforts, which it already has done. Current governor on this world has a 35% shipbuilding bonus, which is very, very nice. We'll actually use you on here. But no, that bonus is really, really good, and that does mean we're able to build ships relatively quickly. Now, in terms of our fleet carrier, what are we waiting on for research? We're waiting on, of course, we're going to have to get this. We're going to have to get the active search sensors. And we're going to have to get the big magazine, which is going to take a lot of effort to get. So I'm actually going to cancel research into our ion drive technology, and I'm going to redirect that research into the big engine that we will need for supporting our carrier, which will use 3 engines, actually. So we're currently running into a bit of a maintenance issue, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be scrapping all Basilisk-class vessels. As many as we can, because we just do not need them right now, and they are a massive maintenance and cost drain on us. So I'm going to go ahead and just scrap as many of these ships as I can. Okay, we now have a total of 20 Orion-class vessels. Now, ordnance-wise, they just took that ordnance. We're going to need to begin building the task force, essentially. So we are going to create task force 10C, 5D, 10B. System defense, where is task force 10? Task force 2 will be the designation. So we're going to first off grab all of these vessels. That's 26 million liters of fuel right there. Task force 10. Okay. So first off, we're going to create subfleet. Destroyer Squadron 1. I'm going to create subfleets first, and I'll be back in a moment once I've got everything sorted out. Okay, these are our forces. Now, you will notice there is a bit of an issue. That issue is the ammunition situation. Also, these guys aren't that trained, but that doesn't matter, okay? We're going to make sure we assign forces. We're Admiral Scotty Anlator and Admiral Noah Gidani. So that is 6 cruisers, 20 destroyers, so 26 ships, a total of nearly 500,000 tons, 41.5 million liters of fuel. Now, the good thing is they all have fuel. The bad thing is they all need ammunition, and each of these Orion-class vessels is going to require a total of, yeah, a lot of ammunition. So we're like 60 ammunition each. So we need to keep building as many of those as possible. So we're not yet ready to go. Now, we will be supporting this group, of course, with troop transports, which will be coming along. We'll be deploying both of them. And then also, of course, replenishment ships. So we have these ships, but most importantly, we already have fuel on the Exodus and the Nahum. Now, the Exodus and Nahum, that's about 80 million liters of fuel. We need approximately 5 replenishment ships to be brought along for a full refuel. And so that's what we're going to try and accomplish here. So I'm going to send first off the Joel and the Nemesis to Sirius and to New Harmony to refuel from Colony, because I believe New Harmony has a lot of fuel available. We can take that fuel from the Colony. And in fact, I'm actually going to dispatch as well the RS Genesis to do that. So that is going to harvest approximately 26 million liters of fuel from the Colony, and that should leave them enough for what they need. And we now have this stockpile of stuff, so we actually can restart this fuel refineries, which we will do. And again, we're waiting on scrapping. We're scrapping all of these. We're going to have the Aegean done. We're also going to have the cuttlefish done, hopefully, and that should allow some troop transport, not troop transport, but jump capacity, which means that we'll be able to get the hell out if we need to get the hell out. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. In the meantime, I am going to train up, organization-wise, I am going to train another army corps. So I'm going to go ahead and create organization. Not very long as I can instruct organization. And there we go. That's going to get built. And that's going to take quite a bit of time, but not as much time as it used to take, that's for sure. But no, once we get all those sorted out, we'll be good. So we'll have the troop transports, we'll have replenishment ships. Now, ordnance-wise, we do have ordnance capacity. However, we can't even fill up the ships on their own, let alone extra ordnance that we're going to be bringing along in freighters. Not freighters, cargo ships, yeah. And we really don't want to bring ordnance, stuff like that, to the front line. The lock has discovered a system connection to Sirius. Oh, that's actually great. That is going to cut distances down massively. Yeah, so that means Sirius to HO Libre to 99 SETI is actually a lot quicker, in 6.6 billion kilometers. Now, Sol does take some extra time, but that does mean we can get to HO Libre relatively quickly. So that's actually really, really nice. So I'm going to go over to the Loch Ness. Let me go over to Loch Ness, so that'll be in HO Libre. So we can see here that... Hello, where's the Loch Ness? Oh, you're in Sirius now, I guess. But no, we can see that the jump point here, 99 SETI to Sirius, is only 1.5 billion kilometers there, so we can jump directly from Sirius, which is, if you remember, is where New Harmony is. We can jump right there to 99 SETI, which actually is a good thing. Now, the map's getting a little bit messy in this area of space. However, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and order the Loch Ness now to go back through the jump point. Actually, take a refuel real quick. Then take a refuel, resupply, and then head through to HO Libre. And we'll need to obviously stabilize. So go ahead and enter that jump point. And I'm going to order the... Where are you? The fast fay to head to Sirius and begin stabilizing at that jump point. And there we go. Mars now has less enough carbon dioxide, which means that we now have a planet superbuild cost of 1.01, which means our infrastructure is basically just double the amount of people we can support. And more importantly, manufacturing is now at 20%, which now gives us a total of 11 million free workers, which is amazing news. So we can go over now to our freight squadron, which will be done here soon, and we're going to start moving over a bunch more mines. We can move over another like 200 mines to Mars, and in fact, I'm going to restart production of mines on the planet. So we're going to build 100 mines, 100% capacity, and I'm going to actually increase the reserve that we allow on our planet to 1,000, and then Mars has 150 construction factories, so should hopefully be able to build that out. All traces of carbon dioxide from Mars' atmosphere have been removed, and now we are going to add in the necessary water vapor to bring the colony cost down even further. But no, people can now breathe on Mars. Now, there's not enough water to support the population, at least for now, and for the rain cycles and all that good stuff, but it's getting there, and that's what matters. Okay, our massive engine for our carrier is done. I'm going to go ahead and get research into that. But with that engine done, what do we need for our fleet carrier next? Just need a magazine. So we're going to cancel this actually, and I'm going to go over to missile kinetic weapons. And we're going to get that researched on the way. And then we can start building our first carrier. Now, in terms of missile stockpile right now, we have 353 missiles are ready to go. I'm going to order the Herschel battle group to load ordnance. They have done so. Ammunition on everything but the Nippon is 100%. So the Nippon is going to need... What's the class layout? 74 ASMs, class designs by 116. So we just need to wait a little bit longer, and then we'll have all the ordnance, and then we can begin the attack. Okay, we have the ordnance ready to go. Let's do this. Herschel, load ordnance. We have all fuel needed. Begin heading towards Luton Star. Once you're there, refuel from the stationary tankers, and then we will enter system. Active sensors all on, please. Here we go. The biggest ever fleet movement. Herschel battle group is now ready to go. So, Herschel battle group ready to go. Let's check its fuel situation. Okay, we have full fuel ready to go because we just replenished from our tankers, which are at 30 million litres, so we still have plenty of fuel that we can rely on. We're going to go ahead and set everything up as needed. So there we go, very nicely. The autosign did its work. All of our ordnance is ready to go. Range defensive fire, probably not. Can we do point blank defensive fire, please? Assign that to the fleet. Ordnance ready to go. Weapons ready to go. Shots per target 3. Let's do shots per target 2. Yeah, shots per target 2. And of course, each of these ships has CWIS on it as well. So assign that to fleet. Then destroyers. Also assign to fire controls. We're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing because we fire 4 shots per railgun. And so that's kind of what we want to be doing. And then we want to go for point blank defensive fire. Assign fleet. Assign fleet. There we go. We're good to go. Okay. With that in mind, enter the system. And with that as well, once we've cleared system... Oh, yeah, we're not entering the system until we are sure, first off. Detection craft. Enter system. Okay. We're in. Active on. No... Okay, we're fine. We're fine. So, hold there. Bring everyone in. Enter Herschel. And Hyperion, you're going to immediately begin stabilization efforts. Actually, we don't need to because we already have a stabilization ship here. So we're going to hold off on our stabilization efforts for now. So enter system. Herschel battle group is entered system. Actors on off. Get me my ship back to land on the side mothership. Okay, distance from target is approximately 4 billion kilometers. What is our range on our detection crafts again? 400 million kilometers. So we are going to go to about here. Go to waypoint 1. God help us. God help us. This could end up very badly. I will cry if we lose this fleet. Oh, I don't think we will. I don't think we will. I'm just going to take a save as well. We don't have an electronic warfare system, so this is going to be pure off the bat. At least we have Seaways and a lot of point defense fire. So here we go. It'll take 9 days to reach the AO. Okay, we're getting closer. I'm going to take this a lot slower now. A lot slower. Okay. We're close to the target. We've arrived. Give me a report. So it is the second planet. This planet here. Directly about 400 million kilometers away from us right now. I want to send a detection craft to determine enemy force strength. The lucky craft is going to be under command of Lieutenant Commander Michael Masculino. You are going to head towards the second planet. You have a total sensor strength capability about 31.4 million kilometers. So we're going to have you go. Now, hopefully they should not be able to lock on to him while he's doing so. But this is very important to figure out. No contact? Okay. Second planet must be second planet of the second star. Now, second planet of the second star is located over here. Herschel A4. Okay, if there's no contact detected there, then is there anything else in the inner system which could cause contact? I mean, there's this world, but I doubt it. Number 3. Okay, come back. Pull back. Pull back to system. Okay. Vassal group. We're going to head to B2. I think that's where we're going to head to. Very well. Herschel battle group. Release a detection craft. I'm not taking any goddamn chances with this one. Give me the planet information. Is the second planet. Move to location. Herschel, can you actually stop moving for a second? Of the battle group hold. Okay, we have population detection. Oh my god, that's actually a pretty big population. Identify. Contact. Herschel aliens. That's an NPR. The fuck? Did I mistake what was in here? They're not... There's no Herschel alien. I might have. Okay, well, they're hostile, 100%. Get me further detection. We have 2 confirmed ship detections with GPS signature 10,350. Okay. Those are some very big vessels. They're not that many ships. This must be... I mean, the distance from... What's the distance from the start? Not terrible. I mean, yeah. Okay. Hold your position for now. We're not going to approach any further because this could go very badly. So we have detected quite a few enemy ships. I want to see what they do. Do they not know that we are here? Okay, we're going to have you hold. I'm going to see what we can do here. Because we will have our revenge, and I don't care what that will take. The question is can we beat that fleet? I mean, it looks about equal in terms of tonnage. I don't think these are actual military ships based off size. They don't appear to be. But we don't know what technology they have. Okay, there's no way they don't detect us at this point. There's absolutely no shot they do not detect us. Okay, we are going to approach target. Which sounds like a very dumb idea, because this is a home world, probably. GPS signature. Enemy ship moving 1,940 kilometers. Doesn't look like a military vessel of any kind. Ground force signature 132,000 tons. Shipyard complex signature. Yeah, okay. This is MPR 100%. Okay, hold position. I'm trying to think. How do we engage this? They're not moving. Why aren't they moving? They not consider us hostile. I mean, we are attempting communication. The question is do we open fire? It's unlikely to have good effect. We need to bait them away from there. We're going to head towards that other ship. Going to head towards the enemy other ship, which is the Amazon. Move toward. It is moving, correct? Yes, it looks like it's surveying. Okay, if that's a survey ship, let's take control of it. Okay, boarding craft. We have forces on these? Transport items? Oh, okay. Boarding craft. I want you to detach 4 of these. Yep. Okay. Go to fleet. Herschel battle group. Load ground unit from stationary fleet. We're going to load 4 platoons of Marines. Will take some time. Again, I don't know why they haven't moved. Very, very odd. Okay, waypoint, contacts. You are going to now board that enemy ship. Amazon. Attempt boarding action, all formations. Let's completed orders. Okay, we have successfully boarded the enemy ship. Good job. We lost a lot. It's a lot of them we lost in attempting boarding, because that's what happens, because they don't have boarding capability. Okay, head back to the battle group. Land on assigned. Move back to the battle group for now. Okay, we are engaging the enemy crew. Looks like we're winning. Yeah, looks like we are winning. Taking its time, but we're doing it. And we've gained control of the ship, and it is a survey craft. Okay, Amazon, under control of us. Nuclear thermal engine technology, they're less advanced than we are. Okay. Less advanced. We've taken control. We have 4 platoons on here. They are very badly damaged. We're going to just have you hold your position. Actually, move up the fleet when you can. We're just going to have you hold your position there. Herschel battle group. Okay, we're gonna engage. As far RP wise, as far as we understand, these are the aliens who attacked us. They must be. We don't know where the other part of the fleet is, but we know that they are here in some description. So we're going to have them land back on assigned mothership, and we're going to get ready for operations. Okay, they did not like that one. Okay, those missiles are going slow though. Okay, incoming missile salvos. How many missiles is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 missiles times 8 is 120 missiles incoming. Okay, maybe this might end very badly. Point defense is ready to go. Here we go. They're only going 12,000 kilometers though. Only 12,000 kilometers. And we did detect them fairly far out. They're size 7 missiles. They're probably going to have decoys, of course. Here they come. What's the distance from enemy world? 15 million kilometers. We're going to move the fleet if we can. Move the fleet to waypoint, not to B1. Just get moving. Okay, God, I'm not looking forward to this. The missiles will impact. They are very slow, though. They're about 3 times slower than our current missile technology. They have longer range, though, because we cannot return fire. Okay, nuclear detonations occurred. Damage report. Armor holding. Okay, so let's have a look at what happened. Destroyers opened fire. Okay, yeah. Destroyers opened fire. First off, I need to assess damage on report. Why did our cruisers... Okay, at least the cruisers aren't dead yet. That's, is a benefit. So, missiles were incoming. We have a 26% chance to hit. We fired a lot of flak into the air. The railguns destroyed 44 missiles, overkilled by 28, with a hit chance of 19.6%. 20 centimeter carronades, you've got 2 missiles. CUS destroyed 11 of the missiles with a 68.8% hit rate, so good CUS. The Asia took 24 armor hits, 168 damage. 32 nuclear detonations of strength 7 occurred on the hull of the Asia and the Nippon. We are going to reevaluate ourselves now and change out orders. Point defense wise, shots per target. So just to be clear, okay, so this destroyer attacked with the rail. So we fired how many shots? 2, 2, 2, 4. Okay, we have 20 destroyers. 20 times 4 is 20 times 18 times 18. Okay, we should have a lot more ordnance than that, generally speaking. I guess it's because of the salvo different. Because that isn't how many destroyers actually firing. Why are all our destroyers not firing here? Oh god, okay, that's why. That's why. Assign all. Okay, that should be better now. Same with the cruisers. The cruisers did not fire, but that's fine. Okay. Well, I feel pretty happy about that, actually. Despite the fact that the Asia took some pretty significant damage, the armor held on it, which that's what you want to see. Okay, we're going to head then towards B3, or is it B2? And we're going to give them a taste of their own bloody medicine. We can expect probably more missiles are going to be incoming here. Their fleet has not moved, though. Their fleet has not moved. So we are going to continue to approach. They fired on us. Oh, God. Okay. 30 nuclear detonations occurred. Crew casualties reported. 54. Okay, they're able to get through here. Kuwait attacked by missiles. Armor hits, armor hits, armor hits. Damage report. Okay, components destroyed. CWIS. Armor on the Netherlands is okay. Again, we are not able to fire correctly. I think that we need to change ourselves up here. The cruisers are getting very damaged. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to need to do. Okay, we destroyed their fired at us with more missiles. Hit, kill. CU is absolutely doing a god's work. 100% hit chance, 100% kill chance. Suffer armor damage. Moldova suffered a lot of armor damage there. Okay, we need to reduce that ordnance capability because they are leaking in missiles, despite what we're able to do here. I'm firing these in quite staggered amounts, though. More missiles incoming. Less missiles, I think, though. Only 25 nuclear detonations occurred. Penetration did occur, though. Fuel storage was blown to pieces. The CWIS are performing extremely well, though, relatively speaking. But only firing... Okay, we are firing more shots now. Across the board. But our cruisers are not firing. I guess it's because they can't assign to that many targets. We need more comprehensive defensive firepower than what we have. We just have too many layers, or too much railgun fire. So if I look here, like point blank defensive fire, range defensive fire, point blank, attacks per inbound. We're gonna try and change this up to 4-4-4-4-4. Assign all. That's what we're going to try and do. And we're going to do the same over here. We're going to test. So far, we have improved our hit rates, but we're going to have to learn real bloody quick unless we want to keep... We're going to lose some ships here. But they will die for what we need. Okay, they successfully repaired. Okay, hostile salvo incoming. I want ordnance firing, though. All tubes fire. Do we have any information on who is firing the missiles? Herschel aliens, ship classes, ordnance firing, observe class. They have high density uranium armor. Actives, Acherons. We can probably assume that either the Albacores or the Abdials are doing it. We're going to try and hit the Albacores, I think. We're going to try and spread ordnance across the board here. So... Here we go. We're going to fire on alarms. Missile fire control. Fire on EU. Fleet sync fire on. 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 We will fire all ordnance at alarm. We've returned fire. Missiles have been fired in protest towards them. Okay, they managed to score damage on a couple of our vessels, but we actually managed to destroy a good number of them. Alright, that looks like to be the more appropriate missile counter defense. Okay, missiles are going to be fired in. We're going to see what effect our missiles have. They have to travel to the full extent of their range. Here we go. I'm not expecting great. Okay, actually pretty good. 211 nuclear detonation, strength 9. 32 energy weapon impacts. Decoys were primarily hit. Chance to hit was good. We caused a secondary power explosion. 211 nuclear detonations. What happened to the vessels I did target, though? The Acherons were hit with attacks. Attacked alarm 01, attacked Acheron, ship decoy, penetrating hits. So we've scored penetrating hits on one of the Acherons. Okay, we're going to start spreading the fire across their entire fleet now. Ordnance fire. Okay, we've got quite a bit of time before we can actually fire that. But we'll set it up accordingly. So we've got 3,900 seconds. That gives us 65 minutes before we can fire back. But we just destroyed a 33,000 ton enemy ship. It looks like, yeah, 9 hit. The target was destroyed by 16 hits. New target speed destroyed. We also disabled another one of them. Okay, I expect return fire. Yeah, here comes return fire. We're going to take some losses, that's for sure. 21 nuclear detonations occurred. Fleet detached. UES Asia. 2 of its engines completely blown to pieces. We destroyed 93 enemy missiles. Asia, okay. Battle group, hold your position. We're going to protect the Asia as much as we can here. Fleets, move to location. We are going to hold with the Asia and hold it, keep it alive as much as we can. Their ordnance is able to be fired a lot quicker than our ordnance, but our ordnance is a lot more effective than theirs. Okay, missile salvos incoming. $18 nuclear detonations. Opponents destroyed. 2 railguns. Kuwait took additional damage. Casualties reported. CWES doing its job. Destroying 15 enemy missiles, even though it fired 12 times? That is some... What was it? Hitting multiple missiles at once? Yeah, that's pretty decent, though. They've stopped firing. They stopped firing for some reason. Okay, now they're fired. They fired again. I guess their missiles do take quite a bit of time to come over. Okay, that was a bit more effective that time. 81, 27 nuclear detonation hits. Due to damage on troop transport, 50% of the embarked troops were destroyed. UES Asia needs to be abandoned. It is, it's going down. It is going down. UES Asia, you are to be abandon ship. Commander Santiago, abandon the ship. 473 crew members that we can rescue. Do that. And tell me when the hell I have ordnance fire capability back. I don't have ordnance fire capability back. Kuwait, what is your armor status looking like? Yeah, you're probably going to get murked if you stay there, but I need to keep you in the battle line. Go ahead and rescue the live pods. Okay, managed to rescue the commander at least. So it takes them 10 minutes to reach us from that point. Okay. Well, so far we've traded blow for blow. 30,000 ton ship for a 33,000 ton ship. It's not the most enjoyable thing to see. Okay, ordnance. 1,300. Okay, we have about 20 minutes left. They've stopped firing though. Are they out of missiles? They would have been able to hit us by this point. Okay. Ordnance control is back. Opening up fire. I can't tell if they have CWIS or not. They might have CWIS capability, but definitely CWIS has done a really good job for us here. It has protected ships majorly. I'm going to invest more into CWIS after this, or close-in weapon support systems. And we're going to invest into anti-missile systems as well because it's needed. If we went up against the fleet with better missiles than this, we would not be capable. You can tell we have a lot more shots than we actually are firing because our fire controls just can't keep up. And we can't assign that many missiles to it. So we need to use other systems. We need decoy launchers, or we need anti-missile missiles. We need all sorts. So, yeah. Okay, missiles are ready to go. Open fire fleet. Missiles away. Okay, good. Very good. Attack report. Looks like we hit some decoys. We did hit some decoys. We did achieve damage though. 203 nuclear detonations. Only shot 23 of us down. Looks like 19 attacked. Decoys per hit. Damage was destroyed. We got another wreck incoming. Looks like our ship... We hit some ship decoys. However, our decoys seem to be doing their job because their AMMs are not blowing enough of us up. So we just destroyed a big chunk of that fleet. I need a missile stockpile report. We have 1,000 missiles ready to go. But I think that's where we're going to leave the episode off. And you guys can tell me... I'm just going to turn the events off. You guys can tell me what you think we should do. Should we continue our attacks? Should we pull back and give them... apologize? Should we do a full ground invasion of their world? We have the force capability. I cannot believe we did not see these guys initially. I guess we were destroyed immediately and we just didn't realize. And they seem a little bit bugged. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Please like, comment, subscribe, and oh my god, stuff is heating up, that's for sure.